start. I don't know why I'm so, like, apprehensive and confused, considering this is just the talking stream anyways.
Yeah, you should just hit the button and we can go right
Well,
ahead and start super casual like.
I mean, I did.
What?
I did do that.
Oh, fuck.
I did it. It happened.
It's real now. There's nothing we can do about it.
I suppose it does help if I, like, announce it at all. That people know that it's happening.
No, the real ones know.
Okay. Well, the real ones also need to know.
Oh, I get it.
Memories of streaming resurface.
Streaming, I've heard of this.
Wait, I know how this works. You hit the go live button and then the stream begins, and then people have to hear about it so they can listen to it.
What the?
What?
Sick.
It's working. So I guess maybe you're onto something.
Like I said, the real ones know.
What do they know?
Annie.
What don't I know? I'm scared right now.
It's okay, honey. I'm here for you.
I'm Holly and learning all the joys of great sword master.
Oh, let's go. Great sword time.
Great sword.
You know, thinking about it,
Mm-hmm.
it's a pretty great sword.
It's a pretty great sword. I mean, it's right there in the name.
Like, as far as swords go, it's pretty great.
It's pretty great, is the thing.
Like, not many will tell you this, but it's a pretty great sword. It's also quite large.
Oh, yeah, you love that in a sword. That's why it's so great.
Do you love that in a sword?
Yeah.
Generally, I feel like people that use swords want them to be somewhat on the lighter end to make it easier to wield.
Well, simply make it light and huge. Easy.
How?
Well, you add bigness to it, but you don't add heaviness.
How?
I mean, I don't know. I don't make swords.
I think therein lies the issue.
I'm just the ideas guy.
Pray tell, where do you work?
School.
Till I played
Sword school?
I don't know if we have a swords division. We should.
Swords are usually dividing, is what they're made for doing, I think.
You know, you raise a compelling
Gen
point.
Generally, the application for them. I'm led to believe. I have to finish announcing the stream. I finished announcing the stream.
Good job.
Am I studying the blade? No, at the moment I ain't studying shit.
You're a student
I
of
think.
life, baby.
But I'm not paying tuition.
I mean, unfortunately, in the current society, you are kind of paying tuition to be alive.
Taxes and bills are not tuition in this metaphor.
Why not?
That's taxes and bills. I think. Pretty damn sure. I can make my fucked you fucker smaller.
But should you?
I mean, I already did it, so. Bit of a moot point.
Suppose so.
I mean, I could also make it bigger, Silverelias. I could very easily do that, but then it's... I mean, it makes it a little harder to see the rest of the damn stream.
That is true.
Counterproductive, I'd say. Fuck you, fucker. I've been thinking about it. all day, because I saw it today. I was about to say for a while, but for a while would literally be like a couple of hours today.
That's for a while.
I guess, but, you know, usually a while when I say it means a little longer than that.
Ones.
Suppose.
What the fuck is the Page Master?
I mean, I think it sounds self-explanatory.
Cause, like, I know vaguely about the Super Nintendo video game of it, because it's kind of a meme in, like, some of the fucking Kaizo Mario circles that I am, like, adjacent to. And I think it's based off, like, a movie or a show or a book or something.
A long time at this point, but I just wanted to say I'm still enamored with the funny spinning Holly.
It is a good spinning. I do love it a lot. I wish I could have it on my desk reel. Spinning
I
reel.
love Spin Holly.
It's good. It's good. It's one of the best emotes on the SciTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's so applicable for any situation where rotation is mentioned.
It's one of the best ones on the SciTube, shortly followed by the rest of the ones on the SciTube.
Page Master is an isekai. I don't know if that's true. You loved Page Master and got roasted for it as a baby. What? That's bullshit. You were a baby. Were you getting roasted by other children? Or...
I see
or
a
is-
Macaulay Culkin feature.
Or is this a situation where, like, a bunch of adults were like, look at this fucking chump. They like Barney the dinosaur.
Kids do love to do that shit.
That's babies. They love colors and math.
I remember some dumb fuck shit babies used to say to me when I was also a babies.
Babies love to say a lot of things like, oh, look at you, you ride on a worm.
Babies are always saying that exact phrase.
Colors and math do fucking rule. I regret that choice of words because I said it and was kind of like, no, but those are good though. Maybe not the most apt example then. I should probably also specify you ride on a worm was a thing said to me by the same person who would eat the chives out of my garden and told me about Yasa the wizard.
This kid was on some shit.
You'll notice this is a recurring trend because this was like the one friend I had that lived nearby. So, many things were said to me and from me.
Many things occurred.
Uh-huh. Babies love math, that's why they're geniuses. They made a movie about that, I think. I think. I think. Holly lives in a beautiful world where babies only talk of their love of colors and math and never give each other shit. No, that's the point I'm making! It's fine if babies are giving each other shit, they're babies! It's fucked up if an adult is doing it. That's like roasting your colleagues nuts because they like didn't catch the sports game or whatever. That's normal. I didn't invent the adults being involved. That was the premise of the question I asked. I asked if adults were making fun of this chat member for liking the Page Master as a baby. And I'd be fucked up of them to do that because that's what babies do.
Roasting? Nuts?
What about it?
Just acknowledging.
Oh, okay. That's what they did in SpongeBob in that one episode, right?
I think so. Or was that Marshmallow? I don't remember so good.
The thing babies make fun of me when I was babies was wearing a polo shirt and liking the color yellow. Yeah, see? That makes sense. That's
babies.
That's on track with babies making fun of another baby for liking the Page Master. That's normal. Oh, Twitch is about to play 3 minutes of ads, so I guess I'm just gonna read the Page Master on Wikipedia for a bit. The Page Master is a 1994 American live-action animated fantasy adventure film starring Macaulay Culkin. Which one is Christopher Lloyd? Back to the Future.
Doc Brown.
Okay. Whoopi Goldberg, I know her. Patrick Stewart, I know him. Leonard Nimoy. Frank Welker.
What the fuck was this stacked fucking cast?
Ed Begley Jr.? I don't know who that is.
That sounds familiar. Who is that man?
Played Dr. Victor Ehrlich on the television series Saint Elsewhere, which is a link that I've clicked on Wikipedia before and have no recollection of clicking on.
I mean, you do like to click links on Wikipedia.
I do. It's a problem. It's gonna get me in trouble soon. And Mel Harris. I don't know who that is either.
That also sounds familiar, but not enough for me to be like, oh, I know that.
Best known for her role as Hope Murdoch Stedman in the ABC drama series 30-something.
Don't know that one.
She got a Golden Globe in 1990.
I wasn't alive then.
She went to New Brunswick High School and graduated in 1974.
Holly, thanks for getting
Oh,
me
that's
into
probably
the
where I
space.
know her from. New Brunswick is in New England. I think maybe
What?
Massachusetts.
New Brunswick is in fucking Canada, honey.
Is there another Brunswick in Massachusetts?
Is this like a fucking London situation?
It could also be that I'm just stupid.
That's not true. You be nice to yourself. What the fuck? There's a New Brunswick in New Jersey?
New Jersey, that's
We
where
already
it is.
got a fucking New Brunswick. You gotta call this one like Newer Brunswick or Other Brunswick.
Brunswick 2.
Rename that shit. That's like finding out there's like a small 100 people city in like, I don't know, what's a really funny state? Name a really funny state that you could pick right now.
North Carolina.
That's like saying there's like a 100-person city in North Carolina called Quebec. Hang on, we got 500 bits from Normal Nintendo who says, Holly, thanks for getting me into the Foo Fighters. I genuinely listen to them now. I don't know why you're thanking me. I've never liked or listened to the Foo Fighters, but thank you for $5.
You love their red berries, though, and their pinball game.
The Foo Berries are not red! They're a dark purplish blue! I think this is literally the first and only time that's ever been established. Which is the funniest part to me.
Someone edit a wiki now!
I mean, I think at the end of the fucking gnome video, I think Wayne just used like a package of blueberries that he put that fake like sticker over that our friend Cosmo drew. You've met Cosmo now. You know them.
I was gonna say Cosmo did that.
Cosmo of Foo Berry's package fame.
Cosmo, I know them.
And you know all the other things that they do and have done, like be my friend for many years and be your friend for several months now.
2 to 3 months.
Yep. Thanks for getting you into pastrami. You're fucking welcome. That's right. That's fucking right, I did. All me. Big pork product better start listening. I'm gonna get banned for talking about big pork product on my damn stream. There's a Santa Claus city in South Georgia, the state. Santa Claus is not the name of a Canadian province, though.
Why not?
Because they named all the provinces other things. Like Quebec. And Ontario.
Well, maybe they can fix that in the future.
I don't know if they will, on account of I don't think we're getting more provinces.
I didn't say a new one, just rename one.
Now, I don't think that if a province is going to be renamed, they're going to consider Santa Claus.
Why not?
Okay, motherfucker, let's play ball then. Why would they?
Great marketing.
For what?
The province.
the tourism industry is going to boom because they're naming it Santa Claus.
It's happened before. It'll
Has
happen
it?
again.
Where?
I'm one towns and states and shit love to rename themselves something audacious so people go to see it.
States do that?
I don't think states, but a state should do that.
You understand, of course, that in this conversation, state is equivalent to province.
I think California should rename itself like Rare Incorporated for the bit.
Rareware?
That was the first thing I could think of.
Fucking rareware? Honey, I love you so much. Rareware is from fucking England.
That's why no one will see it coming.
And no one will ever see it leave. You fill my life with so much light and wonder.
I'm glad. I love you.
I love you too. They're not fucking naming a province Santa Claus.
Why not?
Why?
It'd be really cool. It'd be really funny.
According to whom?
Well, me, and I'm very smart.
That is true. I can't deny that. I will not deny that in a court of law. Well, God willing, if we somehow ever see the country of Canada be ceded to, you know, the First Nations that live here, maybe you can get a good word in with them and ask if they want to rename a province to Santa Claus.
Hell yeah.
I don't think they're gonna wanna, considering that's a Christian guy or a Coca-Cola guy. But you can certainly try.
I'm gonna admit, I was distracted through the second half of that bit because Frankie started putting out a nice brie for me, and I have to go through the maze now.
What maze? What are you talking about? Get back here.
But there's brie in there.
Brie in the fridge.
There's not, I checked.
This is a problem that can be relatively easily solved.
If you want to eat your brie, Superman, solve my maze.
Damn it, that's what I was gonna say. Fuck.
Yay! We're drift compatible.
We are. We could pilot the Jaeger. It's true.
They won't let us for different reasons, but we could do it.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna be like the plucky underdogs that have like a supporting role in like the third... Well, no, we have a supporting role in the whole movie and have a supporting combat role in the third act.
We're like if they let those little gay scientists punch things.
I thought they do punch things.
I don't think so.
Not like in a robot, but... Doesn't It's Always Sunny punch someone in that movie?
No, he gets the shit beat out of him.
Oh, that's kind of like punching.
Ron Perlman sticks a knife up his nose.
That's because he's Ron Perlman. It's his right.
It's his God-given right, as Ron Perlman.
Right. I like it when there's cats that look like Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
I think our mech is probably made out of, like, scraps and cobbled together with, like, the remains of other recycled ones, and it's called something like the Warlock Braver or something.
Yeah.
And it works, but only once. All you
Only
need.
once.
And then...
We're in a good version of the second movie where they do that.
I forgot there was a second movie.
No, there wasn't. We don't have to talk about it. We don't
Oh,
have
it's
to
too
think
late for
about
that,
it.
hon. I think we're already talking about it a little bit.
No.
Wasn't there a damn ball in that one? One of the robots was a damn ball.
Probably. I don't know.
That's
I don't wanna
kind
think
of
about it.
That's kind of the thing that I remember is oh god, what is his actor's name? What is the actor's name? He was in Star Wars, New Ones.
John Boyega?
John Boyega, thank you. He's in it. There was a damn ball. I think they decided that one of the scientists was a bad guy for some reason.
Yup.
And what's his name? The director of the first one, guy who made the movie, Guillermo del Toro. Wasn't he like basically not involved?
He was not involved. Nope.
I see. I see. They killed off Mako Mori for no reason. Why'd they do that?
Yup. Well, because John Boyega had to be the protagonist, so they had to kill Girl.
John Boyega.
John Boyega. I'm talking bad on account of my...
You have had a long and exhausting multiple days in a row of work, hun. And also, it's late at night. Well, not late. It's late at night for me. It's not that late. It's 9:30. It's later in the day.
It is... The sun is gone, and I'm feeling the effects.
Uh-huh. This is... By the way, hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are enjoying it so far. This is basically what the stream is going to be, and maybe at some point we'll have like actual proper points of discussion.
We're testing out an evening hangout casual type of stream.
Yeah, because it might be fun to like do streams every now and then, like after Puzz is done with work and before I go to bed.
Yeah.
So here we are. Want to talk about Superman 64?
Let's talk about Superman 64.
Because it came up, and I was gonna segue to that, but then we segued to something else.
On account of our...
Or what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What did she mean by that? I heard, like, the opening note of this song, and I thought it was, like, the Valve logo song, but it super wasn't, and I don't know why I thought that.
What if you did just put the Valve logo opening theme on your playlist just once?
I mean, I could. That's just a song from Half-Life. That's just the song that plays when you get the power suit, the HEV suit.
The HEV.
And why haven't they added a power suit to a Sonic the Hedgehog game?
Why haven't they?
That seems like the strange, inadvisable mechanic that the Sega would want to put in their game to try and capitalize on the success of, like, I don't know, Fallout or something.
I'm literally, like, running back through in my mind, trying to, like, figure out if they did and I forgot about it.
Sonic, you can collect 50 rings and exchange them for one power cell. The power cell can be used to power your Chaos Armor for 2 minutes. And then he uses it.
I guess that's a little bit the final boss of Unleashed, but I'm stretching the definition there.
It's what?
I'm so excited for us to get to Sonic Unleashed.
Okay! I don't remember shit about the ending of Sonic Unleashed, other than they had an inadvisable and frustratingly long Eggman level where you go through, like, his stupid pollution theme park.
Yep, I love that level. It is not fun to play. It is not fun to experience.
Nope.
I think it's awesome.
Why?
It's just so audacious.
That's fair. I suppose that's kind of how I feel from the outside in, or from the outside looking in, about, like, Sonic Boom as a whole.
Uh-huh. And, like, also admittedly, to
Not
be
Sonic
honest,
Boom,
like,
sorry. Sonic Lost World.
oh, Sonic Lost World.
Sonic Boom I feel different about. They're the same game to me because they're on the Wii U.
Just the Wii U slop.
Not a fair thing to say at all to Sonic Boom, but no, Sonic Lost World. Fuck.
It will continue to happen.
Help.
In isolation, though, like, I feel about it the way I do a lot of Sonic Unleashed. In isolation, I really like the idea. It's the big final level. It's a big, long one where you're switching between forms. That sounds awesome on paper.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, they did not have the technology to make it work in a way that felt good to play.
Uh-huh. I think that's also the case for the Werehog in general, to my understanding.
Exactly. Like, Unleashed is a lot of really interesting and compelling ideas made at a time where they were doomed to fail.
It feels like a lot of Sonic games around that era, for better or for worse.
Can I say something that will make you yell at me?
Yeah, you know what? I love you. Go for it.
You might call Sonic Unleashed the Jurassic Park trespasser of Sonic games.
Why would I yell at you for that?
For bringing up Jurassic Park trespasser again.
Why would I yell at you for that? That's... Why did you think I was gonna yell at you for that?
I mean, I thought it was gonna be in a funny way.
I mean, it was really funny. But mostly now I'm just imagining, like, Rouge the Bat being like, uh-oh, I've taken some damage. I better look down at my chest and see how I'm doing.
This should be how we get Rouge as a playable character again, please.
You want a first-person physics-based shooter starring Rouge the Bat?
Honey, I'll do a lot for Rouge the Bat. I'll put up with a lot for Rouge the Bat.
I know you will, hun. That worries me. Was she ever playable? Yeah, in multiple games. She's in Sonic Adventure 2, the game that introduced her. She climbs on walls and digs like Knuckles.
And Sonic Heroes and Sonic the 2006?
Oh yeah, she is playable in 06.
She sure is, for like 2 whole miserable levels.
I mean, that's like, they do that shit with Knuckles too. Like, there's one of my favorite Sonic 06 facts is that every character, regardless of whether or not they can beat a level properly, was at some point conceived of being able to beat, like, their own distinct level. And so they have, you know, like, the voice lines that play when you get your ranking. Knuckles' voice lines were never properly hooked up, which is fine because in the final game he never is actually meant to beat any levels. But in, like, the Sonic Story speedrun, you can clip Knuckles out of bounds and glide all the way to the endings of one of the levels. And so it plays the voice line that it plays for him for any ranking that he would get, no matter what. I think it's supposed to be, like, whatever it flags as the default, and I think it's his, like, lowest possible ranking voice line. So even if you get a fucking S, he'll just go, "Shoot! I've still got a ways to go." I think about it a lot.
Yup.
Oh, Knuckles, you'll get there someday.
He's still got a ways to go.
He's still got a ways to go. That game is gonna be fun to play someday.
I'm very excited. There's definitely, like... You are going to be able to tell as I accompany you on this Sonic journey.
Uh-huh.
Which are the games from when I was too small to accomplish video gaming, and which are the games that I played 1 million times in formative periods of my life, and what are the games that came out after I went to college and didn't have time for video games so much no more.
Well, that'll be fun. So where does Sonic 06 fall in that spectrum?
Sonic 06 is very much a formative period one.
Oh.
It was like adventure and contemporary games around that era, like the ones that were on like the Sonic Gems collection and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that through generations.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, there is less and less knowledge.
Uh-huh. What fucking Sonic games have I played? I've played, technically, Sonic CD, if you'll remember the Sonic Secret.
I do remember your Sonic Secret.
I played Sonic Colors. I liked Sonic Colors a lot. I played Sonic Generations on PC eventually. I liked Sonic Generations a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I played original Sonic 1 on like a couple of ports they've put out over the years. I like some of that game.
That sounds about right.
That's how I feel about like Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers, the first one, where it's like, yeah, I like some of the ideas here. I like that it's like foundational. It's very pretty. I like listening to it. Okay, on to the next one.
That's how a lot of these first of franchise games tend to go, especially of that era.
I played some of the 3DS port of Sonic 2, and I got as far as Sonic 2 levels. What levels are there in this damn game?
Real quick while you do that, I really enjoy Redemption of Skull by username of Silver Elias with a very good message of Sonic.
Sonic. Sonic! I think I got as far as the Hilltop Zone and got mad and gave up.
That sounds right.
Maybe Oil Ocean? Question mark? Maybe. Not sure. I think that's it.
There is so much beauty for you to find soon.
Oh yeah. So I've heard.
I should ask, probably off stream at some point, because
Sure.
I imagine you want to keep it slightly a surprise.
Sure.
I do want to know what games are on at least the theoretical Sonic docket. Because I imagine there are some non-obvious ones along with the obvious ones.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say that much. Hi Beef, I hope you're doing good today. Like, I mean, there's some, like, very obvious upfront stuff I can say. Like, I'm probably not fucking playing Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, because you need, like, a big-ass fucking arcade trackball to play that shit. And I don't have that, and I don't really have anything analogous to that, so I probably can't play that one. As much as I would really love to just be like, alright everyone, thanks for tuning into our probably year or years-long Sonic series retrospective. It's time to play fucking Sega Sonic, and I whip out the fucking ball cam and you can see me slapping on that thing, rolling it.
Can't do that. Playing with your balls is later.
Analog stick works okay. It's not the fucking same. That's the problem. It would have to be the damn ball. I have standards I have to hold myself to. It would have to be some kind of damn ball.
It has to be ball.
There must be ball.
Maybe if you do that when you're here, we could ask Bugs if we could borrow the slime controller. That's kind of ball.
No, because you can't roll the slime controller around like a trackball.
You should be able to.
You should.
that should be how you control that thing.
I have an idea for for a lot of the things that can't be played, but that's, you know.
Also, hi, Rusty.
Actually, how much of fucking Sonic Extreme is quote-unquote playable?
I assume not much. I can't say I've ever tracked that one down to experience.
My understanding, my expectation is basically nothing, but I always wonder if, like, any of the fucking prototypes for slices that game were ever, like, put out somewhere to be playable. Hi, Rusty. Hi. We're talking about Ball.
We gotta talk about Ball on stream.
Well, we did. We just did.
Yeah, because we gotta. And
You
so
know,
we did.
I'm looking right now at sonicretro.com, sorry, sonicretro.org website, and They just have like a wiki category page for all games, all Sonic games. I'm noticing something here is that there's a remarkable number of them under the letter S.
That's odd.
Huh.
Huh.
Weird.
Weird that.
How'd that happen?
How could that possibly have occurred?
Quite strange. How odds. We will, of course, be playing the classic Waku Waku Sonic Patrol car.
Obviously.
Needless to say. Wait, no, is that also a trackball game? No, it's got like a steering wheel. Okay. Let's Do you know about Waku Waku Sonic Patrol car, hun?
I can't say that one's one that's familiar to me, no.
It's one of the arcade games they did in like 1991, and the entire cabinet is like a small children's toy car ride thing.
Hi Holly, hi Puzz, I've been enjoying it once
Like one of those things you'd see at like a mall, but it's got like a full ass like game, arcade game kind of thing in it.
Oh, that's good.
Like I can put a picture of the cabinet on stream. Hang on. Give me a sec. I mean, yeah, I guess I could send it to you. But I suppose I can do that.
I mean, if you want, you don't have to, but if you want.
I guess that's okay.
Why is it a cop car?
Because it's Sonic Patrol Car. It's Waku Waku Sonic Patrol Car. Sonic is patrolling the streets.
That's fucked up.
He's riding in the car and he's helping to arrest Dr. Eggman. All these people are like Sonic would never. That's revisionist history. He literally did. He literally is in this one.
I suppose you could call it character development. This predates the adventure games when he's significantly more ACAB.
He literally has done it in 1991. And then in the movies, I think.
Yeah, and also in the movies.
His little car.
Yeah, his movie dad is in fact a cop.
It looks like this. Everyone knows Sonic is an anarchist icon, and you know it? That's the thing that you made up in your heads about the character that you like and projected onto and read into because you like. Sonic is the blue guy that runs fast and goes, heck yeah, I gotta stomp the robots and beat the Dr. Eggman.
Anti-establishment is fairly, like, inherent to Sonic's character, but that's about as far as you can take it in terms of the text, unfortunately.
Uh-huh. I don't think Sega would be publishing anarchist media in a mass market setting.
God, can you fucking imagine? Yeah, they don't even let Kiryu say fuck cops. He's the Yakuza.
He's literally in the Yakuza.
He is literally the gang member who kills people.
Well, an unknown error occurred for the front of the car, I'm afraid, so that's all we get.
That's really scary.
You don't get to know about the front of the car. It's gone. Well, now we're just on the BRB screen, which is really funny. But if I go back to the start of the stream screen, we're not waiting for the stream to start. It did start. So I guess I can just switch over to, like, the game view, but, you know, then it's just a blank screen. Which, I mean, I guess is kind of funny. So, maybe we do that, I guess. I can put images here, that's true. Sonic is a car you can drive? I don't know about that one.
Oh fuck, I'm still too much coffee.
Yeah, you didn't change it.
You didn't tell me to.
I know.
Well, I guess this is kind of how I'm feeling today.
Uh-huh. What if I turn you into Saul Goodman's desk?
You can do that. No one can stop you.
I did it.
The desk with a wiki article.
How do you feel about being Saul Goodman's desk?
I feel like I'm Saul Goodman's desk.
Now, is that good, or...
Saul Goodman.
Yeah, that's the joke of the series.
And that's the joke of my joke.
Yay! What's up?
I just noticed something you're doing on screen and I like it.
Why? What happened?
I just like to see you move images around.
What image?
Any.
Oh, okay. Well, what happened?
The image move.
It'd be really funny if I just blocked the chat with "fucked you, fucker" for the whole stream. I'm not gonna, but it'd be funny if I did.
Would be funny.
Thank you for adding permitted term "fucked you, fucker."
Going to need it badly today.
Is it? What's gonna happen today?
So. On account of the "fucked you fucker" on the.
Fucked you, fucker. I never did finish reading about the Page Master.
Yeah, we kind of fell off that track.
The film was produced by Turner Pictures and Hanna-Barbera. Okay, that tells me everything I gotta know.
Yep, explains it all.
Is there a movie equivalent term for kusoge? I guess just bad movies. Macaulay Culkin stars as a timid boy who uses statistics as an excuse to avoid anything he finds uncomfortable in life. What? But after reluctantly undertaking an errand for his father, he gets caught in a storm which forces him to seek refuge in a library. He then finds himself trapped inside the library, where he must battle his way through literary classics come to life if he is to find his way home. Okay, that explains a little more why Patrick Stewart is in this one. Because
why is this just the never-ending story, but bad?
When was the never-ending story?
Like 80s, I want to say?
They probably wanted to do that. Or capitalize on people being like, oh, maybe it would be like the never-ending story. Because it's about story. People liked it. It's like when E.T. came out, and then years later they tried to do like Mac Tonight or whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't think it was Mac Tonight on account of that as the Burger's Moon.
What the fuck was it called?
Mac and Me?
That's it. Are we talking about the Page Master? Yep. We are. Yep. Yeah, I'm not surprised that there's a plethora of E.T. ripoffs. Considering there's Mac Tonight, Mac and Me, whatever.
Yeah, Mac Tonight is there to sell you the hamburster.
So is Mac and Me! It's a McDonald's movie!
But he's a different guy. He's different sell you a burger.
I know. They described the boy as pessimistic. The film was written for the screen by David Kasky, based on a 6-page pitch by writer Charles Pogue, entitled Library Days. Presented to Kasky by producer David Kirshner. Blah, 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 blah. The film generally received negative reviews from critics, and grossed $13.7 million from a budget of $34 million. The film's poor box office performance, along with the 1997 film Cats Don't Dance, which was in production at the time the Page Master was released, set back other animated films for the animation studio Turner Feature Animation. I don't know a thing about Cats Don't... Oh, no, never mind. I've hovered over the Wikipedia link and I'm looking at the little preview image of, like, the box art. I've seen pictures of Cats Don't Dance. that's the only thing I know about it is pictures I've seen. Moss Appreciator in chat says, I hated the Pagemaster Pro tag, but it was one of the 5 movies we had. Oh man, yeah.
Childhood really is this way.
Or was that way. I suppose people have, like, unfettered access to the internet now. They got the Internet Archive and shit. That's great.
Everyone, if you have a child in your life, please teach them how to search for things on Internet Archive.
Holly, why are you turning into a mole when you talk? What are you talking about?
What's the issue?
What do you mean?
It's a really weird thing to say in someone's chat.
I don't get it. Hang on, there was a message from Snail earlier that I passed by. I genuinely think there's a valid argument to be made that Pagemaster has more in common with Gumby than Neverending Story. I mean, yeah,
That's really scary.
He's going into books, and I don't like the protagonist especially much from the sound of it. Yeah.
How's everyone feeling about Gumby lately?
Do you want to talk about the Gumby movie?
We gotta talk
To get
about
out
the
of
Gumby
talking about the
movie.
Pagemaster.
Listen, I've never seen the Pagemaster. I've seen the Gumby movie twice now.
Only twice?
Only twice.
I thought it was more than twice by this point.
I don't think so, because you're the only person who shows me the Gumby movie.
Right, but I thought I showed you the Gumby movie, like, before that double feature we did.
Maybe you did and I forgot.
I don't know. I'm not remembering.
I'm also not remembering. I have bad of that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There's a very real chance that Saturday's really good idea will devolve into Gumby discussion at length.
Oh, probably. Oh, probably. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good. It'll be really good.
I'm genuinely so excited for Saturday. I wish it was Saturday right now.
Well, it's gonna be Saturday in a couple of days, hun. We're almost there.
Yay!
So, for those that are not aware, or for those that missed it, or for those that love to be reminded, or for those that don't know anything, I do movie nights on some Tuesdays, and yesterday we did the Gumby movie. I finally I stayed good to my promise that I would show people the Gumby movie. I made them watch the Gumby movie. I brought up the Gumby movie and played the Gumby movie for people.
So what'd you all think?
That movie is... Okay, I guess I start this by saying I didn't like it. I think it's bad. You need to see it.
You have to.
It needs to be seen to be believed. Genuinely.
It is a movie that will teach you how not to make a movie.
It, in so many ways, fundamentally feels like a relic. Was it good? No, but I'm gonna keep watching it in the future. And keep making people watch it.
It's fascinating. It is something where I know on like a fundamental instinctive level, if I had seen that shit as an actually young child, I would be terrified. I would be screaming and sobbing and throwing up and begging my parents to turn it off.
It feels like it was 30 years out of time when it came out, because it was made by Art Clokey, who never stopped making things from 1960. That man was trapped in time. It started in production in 88, was in development until 92. Yeah, because it's claymation, it's stop motion. That takes a long time.
Stop motion takes a very long time, even when it's as bad as the Gumby movie.
Yep.
That's the messed up thing about it. It's also not very good animation.
It's... I mean, sometimes it's... I remember that I'm looking at clay, and that makes me feel Some modicum of delight. Some.
It's when I was a very young Puzz, I went to my local library in a very small town with not a lot of money, and one of the librarian's adult children had a little stop motion class for the children where he just brought in all of his Transformers and similar articulated figures, and we would spend the day making a little stop motion video. Just like, he would just give everyone a figure and he's like, okay, I wrote out like a rough script so that we have like basic actions, and each of you guys is gonna pick a guy and walk them along and animate whatever, and then in a week I will send this out to you. And a lot of sections of the Gumby movie reminded me of that.
Awesome. Something so special about that movie is it really does feel like, I'm saying Art Clokey, but Art Clokey is not the only person that made and worked on that movie. It was the entire team that worked on it, but Art Clokey is the fun shorthand because it's really fun to say his name. Art Clokey and co. are like, alright, I gotta skip this song, I don't want to talk over lyrics. They're like, alright, well, we're going to make a movie, we're gonna make a box office movie. How do we do that? And none of them understood how to effectively use, like, the length of a feature film in any sort of effective way, because largely what they had done was shorter animations and, like, interstitials or openings for other things.
Yep, they did not understand how to write or pace, or I can only assume budget for a full-length motion picture animation.
They've got... It genuinely does feel like, alright, we've got a lot of jokes. We've got a lot of ideas. We've got a lot of concepts that we want to work with here. And we can't decide on, like, one or a few. Let's just do all of them. Well, how do we get all of them in? Squeeze a little. Press them in there.
We'll just resolve some plot points to make room for others midway through.
It is... I mean, Gumby on a good day is already, like, kinda surreal. That's what they lean into. That's what they do. That's what, like, Art Clokey's whole, like, oeuvre is, aside from, like, spirituality.
That's a good point, because I was just about to say, like, it's weirdly high concept in a lot of its plot points, and that made it click for me. It's like, it feels like dream logic, but even more specifically, it's nightmare logic.
Oh, don't worry, Frankie. You'll have plenty of time to talk about the Gumby movie on Saturday. See you there.
Possibly several hours of just Gumby. But yeah, it's like I'm thinking about, like, how they just keep introducing new, like, conflicts for the sake of new conflicts.
Because it feels like they have all their ideas that they wanted to use for the movie, but the way that they write and the way that they, like, you know, board and pace and animate and present things feels like it's like an abridged version of, like, a Gumby episode, because they needed to abridge it to make room for all the other plots and ideas that they had for the movie. So it feels like it's, like, 30 unrelated cartoon episodes that they, like, strung together because, wait, this is one movie we're doing.
Yup.
Oh man, it's... And they don't do it especially well. But they do it. Really do think jumping straight from shorts to a feature-length film was part of the reason for the weird meandering plot. Oh, I extremely agree with that. Like, hardcore.
100%.
When you look at it, like, from that perspective, it's like, yeah, you can really see, like, what led to that and why it kind of ended up like that. Hang on, I'm hitting buttons on my overlay.
It's good to do this.
Is that cool?
I love when you hit buttons.
If I put Mr. One Character on the screen, is that cool?
Oh, you gotta have Mr. One Character on the screen.
Well, good news is Mr. One Character is now on screen.
Yay! I love you, Mr. One Character.
We do love Mr. One Character a lot. It's good to see Mr. One Character. It's been a little while. When your usual story is 7 minutes long, your pacing has to be very different than with a story that's an hour plus. Right. So they're going with that pacing, but also it's like, well, we have all these different ideas that we want to squeeze in. I feel like that movie, along with, like, everything else that it had, that movie could have really benefited from an editor. Or perhaps a different editor than whoever it had. Or an additional one.
Perhaps a different writer. One that was familiar with Gumby, but perhaps had prior experience on feature-length films.
Well, the Gumby writer is Art Clokey.
Yeah, I think we maybe should have had an additional or different guy.
Well, then but Art Clokey.
I think Art can just put his name on this one, and that's fine, and voice the character.
No, he fucking can't. It's his Gumby.
We're taking the plasticine out of your hands, honey. It's okay. It's gonna be fine.
Not my hands. I didn't have shit to do with it.
Yeah, you, honey, you were not alive. They didn't have you yet.
They sure fucking didn't.
You cannot be held responsible.
Then why are you taking it out of my hands?
No, like Art Clokey's hands.
Well, he's
like
dead.
I'm talking to Art Clokey. Yeah, and they took the plasticine out of his hands.
No, they didn't. He made the movie.
They buried him with it.
Art Clokey's been buried for some time now.
With the plasticine? With the Gumby?
No, Gumby keeps rising from the dead.
Oh, we keep trying to keep him down. It's not working. It's really scary.
Anytime anyone ever brings up any given Gumby reboot or remake or whatever attempts in, like, modern years, I cannot help but laugh out loud. Do you remember when they announced the recent-ish, I don't fucking remember when it was, like, Gumby cartoon, and nothing has come out of it yet, because nothing is going to come out of it, because it's a modern Gumby project, and the curse of any modern Gumby project is to immediately be shit-canned, because it's Gumby.
Because it's Gumby.
What is the market for Gumby, and what is the appeal of Gumby beyond claymation? None of these new projects are claymation, because do you know what claymation is? Expensive and time-consuming.
Yup.
There's a reason why it's only like a couple of people still doing it.
And it's mostly either people who that's like their capital T thing, like Aardman, or like hobbyists who are doing this as passion projects.
Uh-huh. Gumby did sell a lot of toys back in the day. Sure. You know what else did? Fucking G.I. Joe.
Oh, G.I. Joe. That's another one where they're gonna keep trying desperately to bring it back.
Stretch fucking Armstrong. Where do you see that guy these days?
They tried to make a Stretch Armstrong movie, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it at least got canceled before they made it happen.
Uh-huh.
There's a story about that I can't tell on stream, but I'll tell you another time if you remember, honey.
Yay! What are my thoughts on Mr. Bill? I gotta be honest, I never fucking remember what that is. Multiple times I've gone, I don't know what that is, and people have told me and I've gone, oh, huh, okay. Then like a day later I don't remember. What are my thoughts on Mr. Do? Love that guy.
Oh,
It's good that he's dead. Thoughts on Rankin Bass? They made a lot of very pretty garbage. I suppose.
We gotta watch more of that.
We do. We do.
There's so much more garbage you don't even know about.
Gumby movie, though. We're talking about the Gumby movie. I don't want to
We were
drift too
talking
far.
about the-
We're never gonna continue talking about the Gumby movie. It's... I don't know if audacious is the right word for it, considering that a lot of it truly does feel very, very safe for what is a Gumby project. It feels very porridge. Does that mean anything if I say that?
I get what you're saying, I think. Like, it's just kind of a big flavorless mush of things.
It's a bowl. It'll fill you up, kids. It's warm. It's kind of gloopy. They didn't add any fruits or seasonings or spices to it. It's a big wet bowl of oats, that Gumby movie. Packing peanuts type of snack? No, packing peanuts are made of like foam.
They make like biodegradable ones these days,
So
that it's less terrible.
So
So I think technically you could eat like one or two without die.
you can eat one or two of many things you ought not to without dying. All the same. I'm gonna keep using actual food for my metaphor. Thank you.
Okay. Yay.
Yeah, you could eat one or two cups of dirt, and you shouldn't, but you could.
Why not
Why not what?
eat dirt?
You don't seriously mean that.
Tasty crunch.
I know it's not in your heart.
Honey, I have a geology minor, and you're saying eating dirt isn't in my heart?
Tasting dirt is not eating dirt. That's different, and you and I both goddamn know that.
Directly in mouth.
Yeah, then you don't fucking chew and swallow 3 buckets full.
Munch a crunch.
No. You're doing a bit.
Honey, if I
I'm
wasn't-
trying to talk about a deeply serious Gumby movie metaphor, and you're doing a bit.
I'm sorry. I should respect this topic more.
Thank you. Saw on Wikipedia that Art Clokey worked on claymation title sequences for schlocky 80s beach movies. He sure did!
That sounds right from what little I know of Art Clokey.
Hashtag Dr. Goldfoot in the Bikini Machine.
That's a great name for anything.
Yep. The design and art and writing sensibilities of the people that made the Gumby movie truly do feel like they were stuck in the 60s and like never at any point experienced any sort of growth or change other than acknowledgement of new things that appeared in the world.
They really do feel like they were freshly released from stasis to make and write the movie.
Right. But like they were like perfectly aware of like Star Trek and new cars and radio and music videos. Like, it wasn't going like, oh, what's this new shit in the world? It's weird. It's, no, we got him, and Gumby's doing him. And it's so fascinating because, like, in the context of it being like a product being made to, like, you know, be sold to a distributor and have it be put in theaters and have people buy tickets and go see it. What's the appeal? Like, the appeal now is, look at this weird fucking Gumby movie. But let's say it's like 1990 whatever until 1990 whenever they finally found a distributor. Because they couldn't for a couple years. Because what was the appeal? It was not really written or directed or animated or presented in a way that would, like, at all feel appealing to many children of the era. And are like you'll forgive me if this is a little cruel to say or whatever, but like, are the old fogies that were once Gumby fans all that excited about seeing it in theaters when it's very much meant to be like a kids movie?
Here's my hypothesis. I don't know is the true answer, but I have a hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
There are two possibilities. One, Art Clokey just genuinely thought that because Gumby was still so important to him, surely that same importance would be preserved to, like, the populace at large. That's one possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Possibility two, the people behind Gumby the movie were ahead of their time in that, much like the modern children's corporations of today, they are going, well, surely the adults who watched Gumby when they were small, who now have children, will go, oh shit, that's a name I recognize. I will purchase immediately for my child, who will love it because I loved it.
I think, for not at all the reasons you just said, you are right about them being ahead of the times. The way this movie is shot, the way the pace is breakneck, with every plot point brought up, resolved within 2 minutes, immediately we gotta move on to another quick gag, another plot point that has to immediately be resolved, another reference that we have to get through so that we get to the next one. I think that, and the fact that, like, seriality is, like, kind of in vogue again. I think this was a movie that was accidentally made for, like, the TikTok generation before the TikTok generation. Like, that's like a really glib and, like, overly simplified word here, the TikTok generation. Like, I say that and, like, my... Ugh, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. What a dumb, boorish thing to say. But, like... it's reminiscent of the way that things are paced on, like, you know, that app. And it's just a bunch of that strung together. Like, I also don't think if you presented it as is to, you know, the generation of people that are, like, you know, growing up now and are in that sort of social internet space, I don't think they'd fucking like it. But a lot of the structure there is like, damn, we've come back to Gumby movie.
It really is the movie of, like, the Dadaist humor generation, yeah.
Uh-huh. And it's only kind of on purpose.
Yeah. Cause it really is, it's like, it's rapid pace, it's alarmingly grim.
Yep. There's an entire extended, like, it feels maybe 5 minutes long, but it feels like 10-15 minutes how long they drag it on. There's an entire, like, medical trauma joke right at the start of the movie that they just drag on.
It goes on for so long and it has absolutely no bearing on the rest of the plot.
Uh-huh. It's just there as a joke to go like, oh look, they're made of clay and something scary is happening. Something weird is on screen. A weird guy has appeared.
And like the like dream-like inconsistent both internally and externally with like the logic of like, yeah, the dog is crying pearls. You just have to accept that. But also the dog only cries pearls when listening to live music on specific instruments.
Mm-hmm.
And the solution to that is we are going to make robot copies of the cast.
It feels like an AI script. No, it fucking doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't.
It is too surreal in such a specifically human way.
It's too coherent about what it's trying to do. It's not going on like long poetic soliloquies like, come along with me on a trip to the wonderful world of Gumby, where we are going to go into the clay world, and now all of my friends have come into a big ball. This is so sad, and I am going to bring... It's not that at all. You sit down and reckon with the fact that people made this, and it's reminiscent of the things that people made. Anyways, the dog cries pearls because that's classic Gumby shit. There's a different dog that only says no. There's a bee that will build wooden cages around people and it can't control itself. Gumby is obsessed with making up a character and going, what if it just had some really dumb weird thing that it did? That's just Gumby. Like, the whole, like, wait, why is the dog crying pearls thing? What? That, to me... And, like, it's dumb and goofy, sure, whatever. But, like, the like, shock that I saw about that specifically when I was airing it is just like, damn, wow. You people really don't know anything about Gumby as a series. Okay. I see. Which... I think is wonderful to me specifically. Because, like, I went into seeing that movie as someone that has seen multiple Gumby things over the years. And I get to see the experiences of all these people that don't know shit. But probably, like, multiple children that maybe went to see this movie when it was first released. That had no knowledge or care about Gumby.
That's another very weird thing about, like, the implied, or rather non-existent target audience of this. Like, a portion of the cast is based largely on, like, the 80s show. You've got
a small
Goo
portion.
Yeah, like, you've got Goo, you've got, what's his face, the rude dinosaur, you've got
Rickle.
That fuck-ass bee and the professor.
I don't remember if the professor is a recurring character or not. Maybe, I'm not sure.
He has the vibe of a recurring character, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was just not the case. Again, I'm speaking as someone who is not very familiar with, like, I have not watched a bunch of Gumby. Gumby is a toy I had in the bath as a literal infant, and that is the only way he existed. So, like, a bunch of these characters who have been pre-existing are in the movie, and then there's a bunch of not pre-existing characters that are in the movie. And if you are, say, a small child in 1992... There's
95.
no way for you to tell the difference. None of the, like...
1995.
1995, thank you. There's no way for you to, like, differentiate these two.
Right.
The characters that are pre-existing are introduced as if you know of them already. These are people that you know that bee came in with no elaboration on this is its bit that you know from the previous show that it builds things uncontrollably, which is like a plot point.
You know,
that is just something that like comes up. They do a whole bit of like, oh no, we don't have the horn for him. He's just building over all the doors.
Classic Groovy, you know him.
Yeah, that is brought up with absolutely no context. If you are a small child who this is your first introduction to Gumby, this is you are not going to know what's going on because it's expecting you to have this prior knowledge from a show that came out many years before you were born.
Now, see, I don't know if if that's really the case, because they also introduce a lot of the new characters and frame them as if, it's the classic characters like Thin Buckle and Fat Buckle and No Buckle and Low Belly the dog. Those are all new.
That's my point to someone who say, if your point is, oh, we're introducing all these characters in love with the 80s movie for our fans from the 80s cartoon who are going to come and watch it, it's like, who the fuck are all these new guys, and why is this all focused on cool 90s kid shit? This movie has no target audience. It is designed to alienate all possible audiences. This is a movie made for Art Clokey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, to a degree, you gotta admire as an artist. It's genuinely cool to make things that are exactly what you want to see. But then when you're trying to, like, mass market this this movie as, like, a cultural icon, and surely you're gonna make 12 of these things.
And they couldn't mass market it because the only distributor they could get did a super limited theatrical release. It was out in 21 different theaters. And they made... Okay, so, this is, again, in part... Actually, before I get into this, shout out to Frums.xyz for the sub. Your music was on Rhythm Game Showcase at GDQ, and I popped the fuck off when that happened.
Yeah! That was awesome.
Okay. So before I get sidetracked again, the fucking Gumby movie. Again, this is very directly in part because they had a super limited theatrical release. But their budget was almost $3 million. And they made $57,000 in theaters. This was a huge financial risk.
Please feel free to revisit at least once a year.
Please feel free to watch the Gumby movie at least once a year. and again, that number is skewed by the fact that they could only get it released in 21 theaters. $57,000. Oh, Common Sense Media. Isn't that some, like, correct me if I'm wrong here, isn't that some, like, right-wing pundit thing? Or am I thinking of something else? Is it actually?
I'm pretty sure. At the very least, it is like a conservative parents group type thing.
Awesome. Common Sense Media rated the movie a 2 out of 5 stars, stating the animation in this feature film edition might feel old-fashioned and clumsy, the story bland and simplistic, it's slow-going, not terribly funny, and it's repetitive. I almost misread the word repetitive as repulsive.
I don't know if I would call this story simplistic.
It's pretty, well... No, I'd argue it's pretty simplistic. It's just kind of weird.
I suppose that's true. The broad strokes are simplistic. It's the details that start to get your eyes crossed, a lot like Kingdom Hearts.
Still, it has a quirky charm that kids respond to. What? Especially the grown-up kids who are longtime fans and enjoy the memories that repeat viewings provide. That, I believe. Several critics focused on the animation, particularly how it incorporated less advanced technology than films like Toy Story and Pocahontas, and the stop-motion features like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Less advanced technology? It's clay! What do you mean? I mean, yeah, it had to go up against fucking Toy Story, and that's a death knell in and of itself. But it's clay. Oh, we gotta go on break.
Yeah, we've been talking about Gumby for a minute or two.
Do you want to keep talking about Gumby when we get back, or do you want to talk about something else?
What else have we got to talk about? It's Gumby all the way down!
I'm sure we could think of something.
Can we?
Yeah.
Must we?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Must we?
Must we?
Must we?
Must we?
Okay, I'm back in 3 minutes.
See you soon!
I forgot my Prime sub freed up today, yay yay. Baby fat.
I don't have my headphones on yet. Water is honestly so good. I just went and got like more of it and I drank it. And I have that. And I have my headphones on now so I can hear again.
Hi!
Hi!
Water, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Heard of it.
What? I would hope so. You are it.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah. We had a fucking raid. Thank you, Val.
Hi Val, really funny time to raid. Hope you're doing well.
Have you had a lot of fun with your summer car? That game is like out now. Which means it's now on my radar. It's now gone from oh, this is the cool game that my friends play to, oh, this is out of early access. I see. But yeah, that's just how it goes with early access, you know? It's like, well, we reached a point of considered doneness, so let's just take that label off of it. And that's the point when I go, Because if I play a game when it's still in early access, I find I get, like, burnt out on it real easy. So I just wait. Fucking Ultra Kill is a cool video game. That game's gonna be great when it's a video game and not a thing that I don't want to play yet. Someday it's gonna be out. If I do a My Summer Car stream, it's gonna be really funny if people try and tell me how to do it, because the chat is gonna become a wasteland. People are going to, like, hunt them down and pick their bones clean.
Yeah.
The chat is going to be the people that just want to help, and the real ones that are starving for blood. Is Ultra Kill not out? I mean, it's not at early access. Smile. That game's still missing a couple levels, I think. I never took... Hang on, I'm sorry. I never took Baby Fat Cheeks off screen, so the subtitles have just been fucking blocked. My bad.
Oh, Baby Fat Cheeks.
I'm keeping the gobble coin, though. It was on purpose when I was on break and not talking, and then I forgot. We gotta get his Baby Fat Cheeks out of here. Man, the gobble coin. I haven't had this on screen for a while. Wallace and Gromit Kart Racer prototype is, like, out now.
I keep forgetting.
Early access really is just trust me, bro? No, I think the issue is that for some reason a lot of the players have taken early access to mean, and I don't mean this as like everyone, but certainly a very vocal minority, have taken early access to mean like, oh, very close to release candidate, but if I yell enough at the developers, they'll change it for me. And it's... No. It's meant to be early access to a game actively being developed. Like, fucking... When Hyper Lightbreaker dropped, that... I'm sad about the way a lot of that game sounds. But it also sounds like it's relatively early on as far as being like a playable video game that people can play when people were expecting it to be like close to done. Like, not every game is gonna drop in early access and be like fucking Hades or whatever, you know? It's kind of an unfortunate perception about the model in general that has a lot of issues. That's a whole thing. There's like plenty of fucking time for that game to be changed, which will be interesting to follow. I'm intrigued by Hyper Lightbreaker being so like radically different structurally and mechanically and like in terms of its presentation compared to like Hyper Light Drifter. Like very, very radically different games in like basically every way aside from like a shared color palette and kind of general-ish art style being translated into 3D instead of 2D. And, I looked at a lot of what they have out now, and a lot of it didn't super appeal to me, unfortunately. It felt like... They're very different games, and the things that it's trying to do in this very early state don't really feel like they play to the strengths of, like, what the developers have done. Which is fine, it's early. They will be able to play around with shit and do different shit. Maybe they'll make it into something that I do like eventually. Haiku! I'm talking about how I'm a little sad about Hyper Lightbreaker. Talk about Shadow of the Colossus? Alright. I ain't played that game. I think it's kind of odd that you ride a horse. The horse can't even climb up the big guys. You can climb on the horse, though, so it's basically a Colossus, but no one ever tries to stab it. What's up with that?
What's the deal with that?
Very interesting, Mr. Jacob Geller. Why didn't you talk about that? Is Jacob Geller a guy who has made a Shadow of the Colossus video? I don't know any of the things he has made. That's just the name of a YouTube video guy that I know of, but I don't know anything about him. I'm closing my eyes, I'm aiming my gun at the wall, hoping I hit the target. He's got good videos, you should check him out. Something about the format of a video essay does not appeal to me at all. I would much prefer to just read an essay, unfortunately.
Ain't for everyone's. Such is the way of any.
I think maybe also I'm just being kind of unfair about it because I've been burned before where a lot of people will be like, yep, here's my video essay, check it out. And like, one, they don't do much with the fact that it's a visual medium, and two, it's not an essay, it's just a summary.
Mm-hmm. It's
just a summary of things that happened. There's no synthesis of any kind of point. That's fine, man. You can make videos that are like that. That's cool, but it's not an essay. I'm sure Jacob Geller does do good stuff. He is the guy that basically everyone I see that mentions video essays goes, yeah, his shit's good. I don't know, maybe I will someday. Right now I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to. You will kill every person who makes summary videos, so they're all dead now. Oh, okay. Guys, it's okay.
Guys, it's okay.
It was that easy all along. Why didn't we do this sooner? I should add guys, it's okay as one of the images. Hang on. I cannot get rid of my fucking Gubble coin. I cannot do that in good consciousness. Where is my stash of GDQ emotes? It's here. Here we go. Guys, it's okay.
Guys, it's okay.
Guys, it's okay. Wait, I can flip back to here since we're talking again and not just on break. I probably should try and get into, at some point, watching good video essays, considering that, like, I like listening to people's thoughts about media and art, and a lot of that nowadays is gonna either be a video essay or a podcast.
Uh-huh. The medium is moved, as it were.
Uh-huh. Guys, it's okay. Did we already talk about Gumby? Yep. What more is there to say about the Gumby movie?
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot. Look forward to Saturday.
I'm so fucking excited about Saturday.
There's so many essay makers, video essay makers out there, it's hard to find the good ones. You can say that about literally anything on YouTube. That is not a problem. I do not think that is a problem strictly related to this type of video. I think that's a problem with the internet.
You can say that about any... Have you heard of movies? Have you heard of books? There's a few of those.
There's a couple of them.
Some of them are quite bad. Some of them will change your life for the better. Sometimes those are the same thing.
The Gumby movie.
The Gumby movie.
Guys, it's okay. It's the Gumby movie. I gotta get back to reading more books.
Oh, same.
I gotta, like, just pick a time to be like, fuck it, whatever, I'm not doing anything else, let's chill out, let's read a book. I have to finish, there was a book I started reading that my sister lent me. It's called Panpocalypse. I was kind of having trouble reading it. It's the whole shtick of the book is it's like, the author is writing a fake version of herself and presenting it as, like, a biography. And it's very much a book about, like, the beginning of the COVID pandemic. And the author is, like, well, the character, I should say. The character is making a bunch of, like, really messy and really unsafe decisions because their relationships are a mess and they're trying to connect to people. And there's, like, a bunch of, like, there's no concern about, like, a lot of the safety of not spreading the fucking disease. And I keep getting, like, really mad about it. And it's like, this is, like, fucking awful, dude. And then, like, eventually it just kind of clicked with me, like, oh, the author is doing a fucking beginner's guide to me. I'm getting so invested that I'm getting upset about the author, like, how could they have fucking done this thing? And then I'm remembering, oh, I'm like all those people that went to the guy that made the beginner's guide and were like, you were a real asshole. How could you personally have done that to that other person? And it's like, oh, okay.
Ah, I see. It's happened to me.
The author is perhaps exploring thoughts that they may have had about difficulties they may have experienced being isolated during a pandemic. And exploring those. In an unreliable way. I see,
like
I see.
There's art in here or something.
Oh shit. This person, the storyteller is telling me a story?
Is that allowed? Is that okay?
Nope.
Oh, okay. No more of that.
Even then,
Sorry,
though,
guys, stories are done forever.
They're gone now. We got rid of them. Even then, I found like I was just having trouble, like, keeping up with it, I suppose. I do want to give it a fair shake again. Got a bunch of other books to get back to. I gotta get back to House of Leaves. I want to start Annihilation. I picked up a bunch of books when I was visiting you. I finally have, like, a fucking physical copy of Road Queen, and I gotta read that.
Hell yeah.
I got, like, a collection of, like, essays about video games.
Oh, when you do hit that, please let me know what you think. I want to hear what they're cooking on in there.
I took a chance on it because I was like, oh, okay. The way that they're, like, talking about, like, broaching the subject matter is, like, not just like, oh, this is why this game is good or whatever, but it being, like, you know, essays about, like, video games and, like, broader, like, art and culture. And I was like, that seems like it might be pretty interesting. I'm gonna take a chance on this. Even though I don't, like, recognize any of the names or any of the specific stories in it. Not stories, essays. And then when my sister was over recently, I was, like, showing her the books that I got. And I brought that one up, and I was like, oh, you know, I thought it seemed interesting. I'll give it a look. And she was just like, wait, I recognize, like, 3 or 4 of these fucking authors. I love them. And I was just like, oh.
I see.
Okay. Maybe I have struck gold.
Maybe something good will happen.
Uh-huh. Gumby versus the Astrobots on Game Boy Advance. That's not a book, but it's on top of my little stack of books right now.
I got you that one, right? I genuinely don't remember.
No, Scorpy got me that.
That's right.
You got me Zapper.
I got you Zapper.
You got me Zapper.
I remember buying something on the Game Boy, and I couldn't remember what, genuinely.
It was fucking Zapper.
It was Zapper.
Which you, like, for a moment thought maybe was somehow an autographed copy, but then we realized, no, it's probably just the name of whatever child owned it.
Yeah, there was, like, a name written on it.
My signed copy, signed by, I don't fucking know who, some guy. Thank you! Didn't you, like, get that at a convention?
Yeah, there was, like, a retro gaming convention local-ish to
Which
me.
one?
And, I don't remember what the fuck it was called.
Because I remember reading that there was, like, some SoCal gaming convention, like, retro gaming convention in, like, June, and now I'm trying to figure out if I can somehow, like, squeeze in being able to go there this year.
If you somehow can. You know what? It probably was that one because it was like the weekend after you left.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like June or July.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like the end of June. Because I remember fucking... Yeah, I was supposed to like... It was a whole thing. I won't get into it.
Okay! Well, I'm interested in trying to go to more conventions, just as like a thing to visit and look around at.
I wish I had more energy for them, because I used to go to a lot of conventions, and it was a good time. And now I am 30, and my body don't work so good, and I'm tired all the time, and I have to work full time.
Yeah. They put Zapper on Steam? Yeah, Zapper's been on Steam for quite a while now. Straight up, like, didn't work the first couple of days that it was on Steam. Is my understanding, which is a little funny. Been wanting to go to MagFest for so long. I've never been. I don't know a damn thing about Mag.
Don't know about Mag or their fest.
Only cons I've been to is Montreal Comic Con one year and PAX West last year, and that's it.
That's Olive.
That's... We didn't get olives.
Why not?
Well, they don't generally serve olives at those conventions.
That's fucked. Maybe they should.
Do you like olives?
Yes, asterisk.
What's the conditional?
Never got over the one time I went on a date with a very beautiful woman and bit directly into an olive with the pit in it.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Why do we both have stories of food nightmares while trying to impress someone on a date?
We're lesbians, honey. I think this just happens to us.
I don't know if that's an exclusive experience here.
Not exclusive, but like, there's a correlation.
Is there?
Have to impress girl.
I don't think I was a lesbian at the time.
Oh yeah. Much to consider in this beautiful world.
I think I was a confused bisexual question mark boy by question mark at the time.
And then some things happened.
Yeah. No, I think that was when I was going as non-binary. Maybe? It was a time. It was a whole thing.
It was a time.
College, am I right?
I suppose by that notion, at the time, I thought I was on a heterosexual relationship outing.
Ah!
You were both wrong.
I see. In my case, it was a jalapeno pepper. Jalapeno, sorry, not jalapeno. Is it jalapeno or jalapeno? I never remember.
It's yapaleno.
It's, well... That's only if you're a hard man. Are you a hard man?
Not yet. I'll think about it.
So you can fly.
Oh no, I can't do that. I'm scared of heights.
But you're hard?
Not right now.
What are you?
Yeah, I'm the too much coffee man.
Well, that's worrying.
I should have gotten a little coffee on break, but I didn't feel like going through the song and dance.
What's my opinion on Silly Susu?
A drink. Now I'm...
My favorite fucking line from that entire video, super underrated, not unrelated, super underrated, 100%, people always overlook it, it's when he's like,
Now I'm to bleed any harder.
just because he's dealing with the fucking spice of a pepper and drinking chili sauce, he just inserts an L in the word B, and I'm always thinking about Blee.
To bleed any harder. I'm going to eat big yapaleno. And drink silly susu.
Silly Susu.
It's habanero is what I'm thinking of. People will sometimes say habanero, but it's habanero. It's jalapeno and habanero. I was getting them mixed up. He can't fly, but he's hard. See you later, alligator. How'd I find the Sketchill Cinnamon Rolls guy? Same way I find most old men on YouTube. I watch a lot of videos about food, and I pray that the YouTube recommendations gives me something funny. Which it tends to.
And it's been working.
It's been working. There's times where it's off the mark. It, for a while, really wanted to serve me videos of, like, men in their, like, 50s and 60s, smoking a lot of cigars and pipes and talking about how Christianity is under attack and how it's the most unfairly treated minority in all of America, and how conservatism can still win. And then sometimes...
See, until you brought up the Christofascist thing, that sounded awesome.
Right, and that's why I was excited at first, because it's like, damn, okay, I like hearing about, like, cigars the same way I like hearing about, like, alcohol, but then it was like, well, this here's why we all gotta vote conservative, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, sir, the drawl is really nice to listen to, but I don't want to keep watching your videos anymore, goodbye.
This is where our paths diverge.
Uh-huh.
This is where we part, sir.
This is where we say goodbye. My enemy. My rival.
But then sometimes you get shit like Kevmo or Jerry Fort, the beer review guy, and that's great. The other night, after the Gumpy movie, during the Dark After show, I was just making people watch my YouTube Food Old Men with me, and then I was like, hey, I'm getting a couple of, like, 3-view video recommendations along these lines. Do we want to be brave and watch them? And there was this really nice woman that made, like, an au jus sandwich. And, a guy that was talking about his New Year's, like, mochi that he made and had.
That one was so yummy looking, I literally got up at the start of it and just made an udon bowl.
Uh-huh. It's needed badly. I didn't have the chance to play it, anytime recently, but one of my favorite old school Kevmo videos is he's talking about his ex-wife that tried to run over President Bush with her car. And how he got questioned by the Secret Service about it. And he's just making food in the background while this narration is happening.
Oh, Kevmo.
Oh, Kevmo. Why did he divorce her? She sounds awesome. She apparently was a fucking asshole. But she wanted to run over George W. Bush, so... Legally, I don't think I can say anymore, otherwise Twitch might be unhappy.
These streams are intended for based audiences only.
You know what they say, broken clock every day or whatever.
You know what they say, for the love of God, stop breaking my clocks, I need those. I can't tell time without them.
You can't tell time with them, hun. That's mean of me to say, I'm sorry.
No, it's a correct fact.
But it's still mean.
You're stating a known factoid about me.
You know what they say, this happy's the clock twice the dice. Do they say that? Who
Well,
says
I think
that?
Val just did, so they say that.
Who else says that?
I'm gonna start if I remember it.
Doesn't count. You're only starting now. Who else says that? We need to know.
Cricket says he says that. That's 2.
Thank you for covering the scary ghoul with your reassurance. What ghoul? What ghoul?
Guys, it's okay.
Guys, it's okay. It does look really funny that the health bar of the RuneScape enemy I've put the guys it's okay over is empty. Guys, it's okay, I say as I drop dead.
That's like what it was like playing Minecraft together.
Little bit. Little bit. I'm sad I didn't end up having, like, more time or energy to hop on Sophie's server. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We never got to build our
Same.
village.
Yeah, I did not expect to be as busy and as exhausted as I was over my break. I hoped I would have a lot more Minecraft time.
I expected it, unfortunately, for myself, because it was December, and I become a depressed brick when it's December.
The tragedy.
So it goes. Fucking of course, end of the year, January comes around, and it's like a fucking elastic band and my brain is snapped, and it's like, oh fuck! I want to be social again! Help!
Where are my friends?
Where are my loved ones? It's needed badly.
Every year. Well, I have a sun lamp now for my sister as a Christmas gift, which I have yet to set up, but hopefully that'll help with some of it.
I still need to get your sister's PayPal so I can pay her for that.
Oh, her PayPal is 7?
Okay. Sending $500 to 7.
It's that easy. Can you be honest? No. Nope.
Lies only today.
You're not allowed, sorry. I'm still thinking about that 2 comment from the other day. I don't remember, what was it exactly? It was like,
Baby human is egg and sperm. 2.
2.
That 2 took me the fuck out. What a good comment. I wish I could remember who said it. I've been thinking about it.
2.
Two.
2?
I'm a little sleepy tonight. Which I kind of expected, but... How you feeling, hun?
Well, I was opening my mouth to answer, and then it was just dead silence coming out for like a full 10 seconds, so maybe that's an answer in itself.
Worryingly silent. Is everything okay?
I'm Annie. You can't see, but I just did a big thumbs up.
Well, that's not reassuring at all.
Why not?
Honey.
I love you.
I love you too. Are you tired?
Maybe
You've had a long several days of work.
a little.
We don't have to keep streaming for very long tonight. This was just to kind of test the waters.
I wonder though. I'm talking to my wife.
That's the secret. We can do that off stream.
Oh shit, for real?
Yup. You could just hit the stop button right now and it'd be a little funny.
It would be a little funny.
I don't think I
can
will,
keep going
but-
if you got the energy though.
We can keep going for at least a little bit. There was like 1 or 2 other things I wanted to talk about in a public setting. This is
Yeah, what
I
do you
don't
want to talk about?
I don't use Twitter no more, and I don't want a Blue Sky account, and I don't always post so glibly on Tumblr these days. So this is my captive audience. I force you to listen to my opinions.
Yay!
That said, what the fuck was I gonna talk about? So Nintendo Switch 2, huh?
Is it out? Did they do it?
No, and everyone's freaking out because they didn't for some reason.
What? What? Why?
Because for like the past several weeks, people have been going, yup, any day now, they're gonna announce it. Yup, it's gonna be tomorrow, it's gonna be this week, it's gonna be next week, it's gonna be this week.
Why?
because some Switch leaks have allegedly been something close to true, and so anyone has taken the opportunity to jump up and do their fucking Grinch leak about it.
And people are still falling for it and getting mad?
Of course they are.
Yeah, I suppose you're right there. The literal one thing I've seen is the joke on Tumblr about it being named the Scunch.
What?
There was a joke post on Tumblr where someone was like, I can't believe they're actually calling it the Scunch.
I guess they're calling it the Scunch. Huh.
Oh, pardon me, the Scumpch.
Scumpch?
The Scumpch.
Scumpch?
The Scumpch.
The Scumpch?
The Scumpch.
The fuck is a Scumpch?
It's the Nintendo Switch 2.
Well, no, it's the Scumpch.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Scumpch.
What's not clicking? Help me.
I help you.
What's wrong? Tell me. I help you.
Would be really funny if they just called it the Wii U 2.
What do you think they're gonna call that thing?
Probably like... they're not gonna call it this, but they're gonna call it something like this. They're gonna call it like the Switch Neo, or like, yeah, the new Switch, like the new 3DS.
Well, that would create confusion the same way Wii U did, I think.
Probably.
I wonder if they do just call it the Switch 2.
Yeah. Or like the Super Switch, like the Super Nintendo.
Nintendo Switch DD. Oh fuck, I need to call her.
That's what they call me.
Oh fuck, I need to call her. Hang on, let me hang up this fucking call so I can go call her. Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, they call me the Switch Double D.
Damn! Why'd they call you that?
On account of I'm playing Nintendo video games on my Switch, and also my rack.
Damn! Need her expeditiously? No, you fucking don't. She's mine. Get the hell out of here. You go talk to Wii U F cups or something. This one's taken. Man, now I am just thinking about the Nintendo 64 disc drive. Oh, I wonder what the world would be like if the 64 DD took off.
Imagine.
How would things be different? What would they have done on it? Maybe we would have gotten more Mario 64. Maybe Nintendo would have, like, more early on gotten hip to the idea of expansion packs.
Maybe Stop and Swap would have been real.
Oh god, what if they did that? What if they had internal storage things so that they could do Stop and Swap on it? What if you wrote Banjo-Kazooie secret code to a writable disc so that you could put it on DK64? What if they did that? Hang on, I have to pin a skull in my chat. It's really good. Thank you, Gnome Bitten.
I missed the skull video already.
What, a very tangible human skull?
A very tangible human skull, yeah.
I'm so glad I got to introduce that fucking video to a new generation, because that is like a fucking... That is a classic video. Zorak has been making fucking skull edits for, like, ages. And now a whole new pod of people are aware of it. It's great. The long, great continuity of the world. Of the very tangible human skull that refuses to be buried. Its screams reverberate for miles.
Ah!
You did art for the Guilty Gear Skull mod? Let's fucking go. There is a hero in my chat room.
Everybody salute!
You all need to salute right fucking now. I'm waiting. That's right. That's fucking right. Let's go. Refuse to be buried is like, I think, my favorite bit from that, as just like the pre-fight catchphrase. What a great affirmation to say every day.
Simply refuse to be buried.
It's worked so far. It's kept me out of Bettiscombe Manor. Maybe it'll keep working. It is funny to see people get whipped into a frenzy about the about the Switch 2, though. People keep insisting, no, guys. It's gonna be this week. This week for sure. It's actually going to get announced this week. They're going to announce it this week. When I remember very vividly, around the end of December, someone was like, I have it on really good authority from a very reliable Chinese leaker, guys, that January 8th is gonna be a big day. They're finally gonna announce it. And I was like, oh, I mean, I guess that'll be cool if it's real, but I'm not holding my breath. And lo and behold, GDQ comes and passes by, and they didn't. It was just another Wednesday. And now they're doing it again this week. Guys, it's okay. They're going to announce it.
This time for sure.
We're finally getting Bloodborne 2, and it's a launch title.
Just trust me, my uncle works at Nintendo.
See, I'm paying no heed to the fucking leaks because it ranges from like, yup, it's going to have 4K power to, oh, it's so sad, it's only going to have the technical specs of a PS4. How disappointing. The one thing I hope is fucking true, that better goddamn be right, is that allegedly the kickstand on the back of the console is more stable. And I fucking hope it is.
That alone is almost worth a buy.
Uh-huh. It'd be nice if it wasn't just like one single little flimsy stick piece of shit, and I could actually have it in like, you know, handheld on a Surface mode when like the power goes out or whatever, and I'm playing something.
Remember when we did Splatfest stream when you were over,
Yeah.
and I had my Switch in handheld mode to play, kind of propped up, and it didn't work so good.
Nope, sure didn't. I'm pretty sure Nintendo confirmed that there would be backwards compat.
I hope they did, because that's like the one thing that's gonna make me buy this thing.
No, I'm like, I don't think I'm misremembering that. I'm like 90% sure they've said somewhere at some point, somehow, that it's gonna have backwards compat. No, they're gonna make the carts taste worse, or they're gonna make them taste really good, but the physical texture of like touching them at all is so like deeply uncomfortable you're not gonna want to hold it for like more than a second. They're gonna be on some whip scorpion shit, some vinegaroon shit. You pick that up and it's like, oh man, fuck, bug bites! It smells so good. It's like delicious, delicious malt vinegar. Oh, maybe just one bite. Oh!
And that's how they get you.
Insects stinging my fucking tongue! Oh, but it tastes so good. Maybe just one more. That's how they get you. That's how they get you to go to, what's the theme park that has Nintendo Mario in it? I sound like someone's grandma saying that.
What's the theme park that has your Nintendos in it, sweetie?
Which one is it? I howled over you saying the answer. I'm sorry.
It's Universal.
They universally want you to go to there to buy the delicious Switch 2 vinegaroon meal that tastes so good.
You can get that at Kinopo Cafe.
What?
Toad Cafe.
Oh, Kinoko. I heard Kanopo, and I was like, what's a Kanopo?
I probably mispronounced it, I forgot.
It's okay, you're my wife, I love you.
I love you too.
Yay! The beginning of a dark, epic universe. They already did that, and it didn't work.
No, they're building one.
They're doing it again?
In the Florida. They're building it as like a theme park land, their dark universe.
They're doing it again?
They're damn trying.
Why?
The really fun thing about that, beautiful friend of Jay, who I love so much, came to visit not last fall, well, also last fall, but this past fall.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Funny Mario's Land and the rest of the park, I guess.
Sure.
And there's this huge construction site. They're building like this enormous fucking coaster.
Sure.
And because we had heard about the reports of like, oh, Universal's building their dark universe.
Uh-huh.
We saw then Jay went, oh, I know what that is. They're building that for the dark universe. Man, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be like targeted at me. It's a big cool roller coaster, which I love big cool roller coasters, and it's gonna be like the classic monsters at the big cool roller coaster. Man, that's really cool. I'm excited to see what comes of it. And then we actually got closer to like the construction walls and saw like the poster saying what they're building.
Uh-huh.
And what this coaster was a Fast and Furious ride.
Uh-huh.
And I got to watch the light leave that man's eyes.
That's wonderful.
Fucking Fast and Furious.
This roller coaster is about family.
It really is.
I haven't watched any of those damn movies. They're good, apparently. Well, I don't know if good is the right word. I still don't know if people are watching them, like, because they're funny or if because they're good movies.
The world can contain multitudes.
The world can contain the Gumby movie. I'll watch that shit on the I was about to say on the regular. That's not accurate at all. I think I've maybe seen it once every couple of years on average.
Please feel free to watch it at least once a year.
I don't think I will, but thank you.
Please feel free. Please. Please. Art Clokey needs this money.
Art Clokey is in the damn pavement.
And he needs that money.
He's sealed in. He's not busting loose anytime soon.
But maybe he could if he just had a little more money.
I don't know if that's true.
Why not?
You know? How many times in a row could you watch the Gumby movie? You specifically, or the general you? Because you specifically, Gnome? Probably several times, but I feel like you'd get kind of tired of it by, like, the second or third. But you'd still be doing it. How long is that fucking movie? Hour and a half? Maybe you give up by the 5th or 6th? Maybe less. Gumby movie, I feel like, is pretty easy to tune out.
I was gonna say, I think it depends on whether or not you're allowed to do other things while watching the Gumby movie.
You're never allowed to.
Never allowed to what?
Do other things while watching the Gumby movie.
Oh, in that case, I'm not gonna even get through one.
You can talk, I guess.
It's not enough.
Talking is okay.
Talking's alright, you can do it.
Gumby movie first monitor exclusive? No, Gumby movie is you turn off all your other monitors. You put on horse blinders. You have meal and drink in front of you already, because your ass is not getting up. You're sitting your ass down and listening.
You won't be able to look away is the thing about the Gumby movie.
Well, that's not true. At least one person slept through it.
That's astounding. Are they okay? Have we checked on them?
They were sick before the movie, and they were still sick after, so...
I shudder... Not a joke, I shudder to imagine what dreams were wrought upon them.
Fever dreams, I guess, technically. Considering. Unrelated to the Gumby movie.
I used to... That was the one thing that happened to me, like, the rare times I got sick. I would have some crazy fucking fever dreams.
Uh-huh. About the Gumby movie?
Not about the Gumby movie,
Why
on
not?
account of I didn't know her yet.
Why not?
Didn't see.
Well, that's on... I was about to say something really mean. I was about to say that's on your parents and family and loved ones, but that's a cruel statement to make.
Yeah, they showed me plenty of other schlock.
Great!
You've met my family.
I have, and I love them.
I love them too.
They're wonderful people.
They are. We watched White Christmas again this year.
How was that?
Well, here's the thing about White Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite bad.
Which one is White Christmas?
That's the one where they sing about snow, like they're all aliens
Oh,
trying to
the
convince
vaudeville
each
musical
other.
number.
Yep.
The Bing Crosby one.
I'm always so remembering and horrified by the "We sure do miss blackface" number that I forget
Yup.
that it's followed by a "We hate choreography" number.
Yup! Why the fuck they ever invent choreography? What the hell good ever come out of choreography? You know what we gotta bring back? Racism! Now that'd be a Christmas miracle. What a fucking movie.
What a fucking movie.
Man, I was about to say movies were truly on something different in the 50s, but I have to imagine, like, what, 70 years from now, people are gonna look back on movies made today and go like, man, movies were fucking different in the 2020s. And not in a good way.
And also, lest we forget, Gumby racism moments from 1995.
You know, it's unfair to say the best part. The funniest part of the Gumby movie racism moments. They were pretty tame as far as Gumby racism moments go.
Yup.
It was made by a white man from California in 1960s who got really into the spiritualism of the Eastern world. The writing is on the wall. The writing is inside of the house. But man. I wonder how many people are going to start watching the older Gumby shorts now because of seeing the Gumby movie.
I hope at least a few. I hope at least someone.
Now I'm just remembering White Christmas. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Who the fuck else was in this movie? Recognize these names aside from Bing Crosby.
Oh, there's Danny Kaye, who is Danny Kaye.
Not a name I recognize aside from the fact that he was in White Christmas.
What else is... I remember him from an Epcot Parks promotional special, but I know that's not the only thing I've seen him in. I think he was in a Rankin Bass thing. That's probably what I remember him from.
He starred in 23 films, notably Wonder Man in 45, The Kid from Brooklyn.com, 1946, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty in 47, The Inspector General in 49, Hans Christian Andersen in 52. That one's making me laugh because that's just the name of a guy.
Hey, that's just some guy.
White Christmas and The Court Jester in 55. His films were popular especially for his performances of patter songs. He was the first ambassador at large of UNICEF in 1954 and received the French Legion of Honor in 86 for his years of work with the organization. Huh. Born in Brooklyn to Ukrainian Jewish immigrants. Had a succession of jobs as a soda jerk. Man. Whatever happened to soda jerks?
Whatever happened to soda?
You can't even go to, like, a fucking diner and be a jerk anymore because of woke.
We can't be making these jokes.
Why? What's wrong?
They suck.
She mean to me.
Not you! What the hell do I know Danny Kaye from that's not fucking White Christmas?
White Christmas? Oh, damn it. Okay, let's read out his filmography, alright?
Okay.
Dime a Dance from 1937. Getting an Eyeful. Cupid Takes a Holiday. Money on Your Life. This is the first one with a link to a Wikipedia article. Up in Arms. I Am an American, which was a 16-minute film featured in American theaters as a short feature in connection with I Am an American Day, now called Constitution Day. What the fuck is Constitution Day? An American federal observance that recognizes the adoption of the United States Constitution and those who have become United States citizens, normally observed on September 17th, the day in 1787 that delegates to the Constitutional Convention signed the document in Philadelphia. What?
Sorry, I scrolled further down on the Wikipedia page. I do remember him from a fucking Rankin Bass special.
Oh, that's good.
He's from the Easter time travel one.
Oh, we're not there yet, don't worry. Commemorates the formation and signing on September 17th the U.S. Constitution and recognizes all who, by coming of age or by naturalization, have become citizens. Is that... Is this, like, observed at all by, like, people that have immigrated to the U.S.? Or like, the children of immigrants? Is that a thing that people observe or think about or know or care about or anything? Is this real?
I mean, I don't, but I'm far enough removed from my family's immigration that I'm not an expert on this subject.
You said fart enough. Hee hee.
Fart enough. Let's go.
That's what Wario does. Hang on. Sorry, I'm looking at his filmography again. He was in a movie called Wonder Man. That's not important. Here's what's important. The director of that movie was H. Bruce Humberstone.
I'm hovering over specifically
H. Bruce Lucky Humberstone.
Humberstone.
What a fucking name. Why did they bother
You could just
naming...
be named anything in the 40s.
Why did they bother naming anyone after they named this guy? They hit it big. Like, names in the English language, we don't need them no more. We had H. Bruce Lucky Humberstone. No more. What's the point? Kid from Brooklyn... The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which I almost read as The Secret Life of Willy Millie. That's not right.
Incorrect.
A Song is Born. It's a Great Feeling, where he plays himself. The Inspector General, which I keep getting confused with I Am the Very Model of a Modern Major General. Different kind.
Different one.
And he's like in like a sassy pose on like the cover art for this shit. So it's like he's like, it's hang on, guys, it's okay. It's like he's like Let me move my Wallace coin out of the way. Give me a sec. I'm sorry, you gotta move, lady. He's like, I'll inspect her, General. Kind of thing.
He like, who's that guy from Monty Python that looks like this? He looks like that guy.
Oh God, yeah. Which one is it? It's one of them.
What's that man's name?
One of them fucking Python heads.
What of the Python? Eric Idle, thank you. He looks like Eric Idle here. He's the American Eric Idle.
Is it fucking Eric Idle? Yep. 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 Yep, 100%. Oh, we gotta go on break again. And then we can keep reading the list of Danny Kaye movies.
This is a Wikipedia stream now, I guess.
What a weird fucking stream this has been, but I mean that in a positive way.
I need all of y'all to understand. This is just what it's like when I hang out with my wife and y'all aren't here.
Uh-huh. Aren't you lucky? You get to hear every inane thing that I say.
And I'm also here.
Yay! And my Wallace coin is big.
You gotta have your big Wallace coin.
Do you?
She looks so plaintive.
That's how she always looks.
Yeah.
For sadness.
We should watch Walgrom soon.
Yeah,
I want to.
I might. I mean, I want to watch that with you in general, but I might do that as a movie night soon.
Yay!
I want to do the old ones, the shorts, and maybe
And
do
Mr.
Were
the
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
I don't know if I want to do Were Rabbit.
Were Rabbit's a commitment on account of it's the whole movie.
Were Rabbit is okay.
It's fun enough.
Were Rabbit is all right.
It's fine.
I feel like the last time I watched it, which was like when I was an adult, I liked it more than when I first saw it. But it's okay. I want to watch the new one because my friend gave me a copy of the new one, so I have the new one.
Yeah,
Like
I've been
it so I
hearing
can
good
air it.
things. Everyone I've heard talking about it says it's a fun time.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have a Wallace coin in it, is my understanding.
Well, I suppose we can overlook that.
Can we?
We must.
Maybe you must. I don't fucking know.
I
I got some fucking
great.
standards when it comes to my Wallace coins. Saying I have standards is one of my favorite fucking jokes, in the same way as what's not clicking and do you care about me? And I feel like someday someone is absolutely going to take it the wrong way, rightly so, and not realize that I'm doing a joke with people I have a rapport with, and they're gonna get really mad at me.
Remembering when we had to explain do you care about me after we were saying that at each other for a month straight.
We gotta go on break. I'm getting up for like 3 minutes and then we'll probably wrap up stream in not too long. Okay.
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 We need to go on break. We'll keep doing this.
We need to leave.
It's really...
I am Dr. Mario, and I will suck the pills. And this is my song, and I sing it, and I will cure you diseases.
Hey, chat, play it cool. I'm grilling a cheese real quick, okay? Just play it cool for me. Okay, I gotta go back to grilling a cheese real quick. Also, my cat is playing in her tunnel.
At 11:34 p.m. Eastern Time, first-time chatter Spady_Jorts said, "I just got here. Is that gender-bent Wallace?" No, that's a different woman from Wallace and Gromit, but she does look a lot like him, doesn't she? This is an image in the files of Gubble Buggy Racer. Famous video game that everyone knows, Gubble Buggy Racer. From back when it was still a Wallace and Gromit kart racer. There's a playable prototype of that out now. It runs really fucking badly, even on, like, the operating system that it works on. And I do need to stream it someday.
They didn't optimize prototype Gubble Buggy Racer?
No, weirdly enough, they didn't. Also, hi, you're far away.
I'm in the well.
Yay!
I'll be back from the well in a second.
Why?
Simply grilling a cheese.
Oh, okay. Her name was Wendelin Ramsbottom, on account of what she'd be doing to Wallace if she had her way with him.
It's a damn shame she was allergic to cheese.
Yup. Fuck you mean, Ayo. You look at Wallace and you tell me I'm wrong. Thanks for the raid. I'm talking about Wallace and Gromit, sexual intercourse, I guess. Is where the night's gone for me.
Some have called me the lesbian Wallace.
You got more game than Wallace.
I do.
You don't think Wallace fucks or gets fucked. Right. That's correct. He's the least sexual thing imaginable.
There was that one lady, but she definitely wanted to kill him.
What?
Remember the baker?
What?
You don't remember the baker?
No. What's she from?
Matter of Loaf and Death.
The fuck is that?
It's a Wallace and Gromit.
Matter?
We watched it together.
Son of a bitch, so we did. I didn't remember it because it's not one of the original three.
Forgot about the bread one.
I forgot about the bread one. With, like, the woman dog they made for Gromit.
I like the woman dog. She's cute.
Yeah, but I forgot they made a woman dog for Gromit.
You forgot all about woman dog.
Any plans to play the Wallace and Gromit point-and-click adventure games? No, because I didn't know those existed until you said that just now.
I would like to play them one day.
Okay! Well, there's your answer. forgot Peter Sallis passed away.
Yeah, he's been passed for some time now.
Hasn't been that long. He passed in 2017.
8 years ago, my love.
Yeah?
That's a little bit of time.
No, 2017 wasn't that long ago.
That's true. It's like 2019 right now, right?
No, retro games are like the Super Nintendo and stuff. The DS is still pretty new.
Yeah, that just came out a couple years ago.
I love that fucking Toho image of the green hair one saying that. I think about her a lot. The PS2 and DS are still pretty new. Honestly, I do feel a spiritual connection with her. At least in terms of how she understands time. Your brother told you 2019 was 6 years ago. Yup. Sure was.
Don't like that.
The Switch is still pretty new. I mean, it's the newest Nintendo console, so yeah. By technicality, I suppose. Breath of the Wild is still pretty new.
I've gotten 2 degrees in the time that the Nintendo Switch has been out.
Yeah?
That's really scary.
Yeah?
Why did I get so many degrees?
You wanted to.
Why did I want that?
You like learning. And you like challenging yourself academically.
That's fucked up of me.
Maybe a little. The Switch era lasted longer than a number of other Nintendo consoles. A couple. Longer than some.
Hi, kitty.
Nintendo 3DS lasted pretty long, I think. The subtitles pick up on me saying 3DS as 3DS, which is really funny.
They understand.
At least when I say Nintendo 3DS. Okay, it only picked it up once, I fucking guess. You can't be talking about the ZX Spectrum, otherwise I'm gonna pull up fucking... I'm gonna fucking play... Why is it showing the Steam window? Why is it showing that I have Record of Lodos War, D-Lit, and Wonder Labyrinth on my fucking Steam wish list? What window is capturing this?
Oh my god, I thought Saul Goodman's desk was part of a game window. I thought that was a window in the wish list.
No, that's Saul Goodman's desk.
I was like, what game is that?
So do you want to know the funniest part of why that just got pulled up by OBS?
Mm-hmm.
So the source that I have is set to Windows match priority, match title, otherwise find window of same type. Do you know what window it was looking for?
I can't even imagine.
Odddiddums.exe. Which is great, because this entire joke that I was leading to was you can't be saying ZX Spectrum or I'm going to boot up fucking Odddiddums.
Ah, diddums.
Well, it decided Steam was Odddiddums today.
Close enough.
No. No,
Why?
not at all.
Why not?
Well, you see, Odddiddums is a ZX Spectrum game,
Uh-huh.
and Steam is a multi-million-dollar platform for video games.
Mm-hmm. Those sound pretty similar.
No?
Why not?
This is like saying that a single roasted peanut and Amazon warehouses are basically the same.
Yeah.
How?
Stuffing them.
Walk me through this. There's no stuff in a peanut.
Peanut in there.
That's like saying there's you in you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it is you.
Yeah, I got meat in me.
I didn't say you had meat in you, I said you had you in you.
Yeah.
That's like saying there's water in water, which is entirely beside the point. Like, yeah, of course, that's obvious. It's on the tin. The thing that it is inside of it because it is itself.
Yeah.
How does that make it an Amazon warehouse?
Stuffing it.
Anything in the world is anything because it just has things in it.
Now you're getting it.
This is a deeply frustrating joke. I'm not enjoying this. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. I'm sorry. I yes-anded a little too hard.
That wasn't yes-anding. That was taking the train and driving it off the rails. And going, but...
Joke cancelled. It made my wife upset.
We have to go beat up Amazon warehouse because it made me sad.
Well, and other reasons.
Like what?
Amazon.
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh yeah. I just want to eat peanuts now, but I don't have any. I had peanuts and I ate all of them a couple of days ago.
Aw.
I didn't eat all of them, I ate what was left of them because I've been eating them.
Peanut slow.
You know, I made a joke on Tumblr a while ago about eating the skins on the peanuts, and there's a remarkable amount of people that seemed to imply they thought that the skin of a peanut was the shell. And it made me really scared. I did have at least one person who said, no, don't eat the skin of a peanut. That will make you shit blood. Don't ask me how I know about that. And I just thought they were talking about having a violent peanut allergy before I realized. That's worrying a little.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, I was just out here making, like, a very placid, what I assumed was, like, a very nothing joke. It's like going, yup, we're eating our sandwiches with the crusts on in 2025. And it revealed to me a whole world of concerning lack of peanut knowledge. The skin is the bit on the nut. Not the shell. The shell is the shell. People don't be eating peanuts from shells no more. I had a thing of mixed nuts that had peanuts with the skin on. That's got nothing to do with the shell being on or not. That's why I made that post, as I was enjoying delicious roast peanuts. I'm making up a guy that doesn't exist, and I'm imagining him being like, why would you eat bread with the crust on it? That's disgusting. That's not made for eating. And he's fully convinced that the crust is like the bag that you buy a bread in. Well, that's all. Now that I've done making this guy up, he's left my brain, and he's effectively dead.
That's really scary.
It's concerning. No, wait, it's okay.
Guys, it's okay.
Guys, it's okay. Can you eat the sunflower seed shell? I don't fucking remember. Why are you asking me? Google.org.
Or what?
Org.
Oh, like the website extension.
I was kind of hoping you would say org what.
Oh, I wish I had. That would have been really funny.
It would have been, but it's okay. We had a laugh about it no matter what. Not even hamsters eat the sunflower seed shell? That's a damning sentence. But also, hamsters don't eat a lot of stuff, so who's to say? How does it feel to be the funniest person in the room? I don't know, ask my fucking wife.
Sorry, what'd you say? I was looking at a picture of Sonic the Hog.
I need you. Expeditiously. Oh, speaking of it's needed badly, they announced a fucking Metroid Prime art book.
Oh my god, yes!
I do want her.
Please.
I do want her.
Our wife.
Our wife.
It's coming out in undisclosed summer of this year, and it has a pretty cover, and it's apparently just got like a bunch of concept art and like some apparent developer notes about those games. I want it. Want it. Maybe this year is the year I get really into like getting art books for games and stuff.
On the one hand, yes, yes. On the other hand, that's dangerous. I've seen my parents' house.
Yeah, that shit's expensive and I don't got room for it right now is the main thing.
Mhm.
But
But
what if I what if here's the thing about it. Is it's not even like $700 or whatever. Like, you know, a lot of art books are fucking expensive, right? This is $70 Canadian.
oh my god, that means it's a wildly low amount in USD.
It is $50 American.
Damn.
Yep. Which is like... That's cheaper than a video game. That's cheaper than one video game. And it's 212 pages. A 212-page hardcover. I want it. I do want her.
Please.
Covers Metroid Prime, Prime 2 Echoes, Prime 3 Corruption, and Metroid Prime Remastered. Huh. Includes a foreword by Prime producer Kensuke Tanabe. Vast array of high-quality art and sketches from developers. Comes with exclusive Retro Studios penned introductions to each game. Dozens of producers' notes offer commentaries, insights, and anecdotes on the featured artwork. That's the good shit. I like knowing about the design process. See, sometimes people get these books thinking like, oh man, what if there's like secret hidden lore about the youth? I don't care about that shit in a fucking art book. I want to know about the people that made it.
Please.
And how they were making it. What they were thinking. That's yummy. That's yummy as fuck. I'm eating it up. You know Metroid is the one with the brain aliens. That's a very wide net you have cast. I like knowing how the sausage is made, and I like seeing the pictures of the sausages. That shit's cool to me. Stitch bound with a lavish cloth hardcover featuring an etched Samus metallic foil. Aww.
Oh, we need her.
We do need her. I mean, we could go splitsies on it.
I think maybe we should go splitsies on
Not to be the fucking devil on your shoulder here, considering you also have a small place with not much room for things, but
It's only one little book. It's not like this will become a larger trend with both of us.
Oh, honey. I think we know where this is going.
Yeah, you saw me trying to leave Seattle bookstores.
Yes, I did. We had to get multiple shipments from a very generous friend.
Thank you, Jake.
I feel like this is just going to keep happening.
Again, you've seen my parents' place. I'm genetically predisposed to books.
Yep. Hey, I mean, you're in good company. My
That's the problem.
You saw my fucking sister talking about how she's like getting ready to move out of their current place, and was like cataloging and organizing and packing like all of her books. Do you remember the number she gave?
Like 1,000, something like that.
Somewhere around 1,000. 1,000. Not especially exaggerated, knowing my sister. A pretty accurate number there.
Something is happening.
Every time my sister visits or I visit my sister, she's always like, "Hey, do you want to borrow some books? I can give you some books. Do you want to take some books? You want to borrow any of my books?" And I'm like, you know, I've got like a lot that I'm reading right now, and I read very slowly, and I'm trying to get through it. And like my reference for that is I am reading 2, and have a third that I haven't really picked up yet. I suppose my Steam library is kind of akin to her book library, but at least one of those is digital, and I don't have to worry about if I have a room big enough for it. I just gotta worry about DRM. Yay! You ever just think about the Transformers games that you can't buy no more?
I mean, I don't, but I understand why you would.
I have one of them. I bought one of them. I bought Transformers Devastation. Someone in chat literally mentioning Transformers Devastation. I have that one, so I can play it whenever I want. I mean, I'm like 90% sure you can just fucking get Devastation on Internet Archive. It's fucking abandonware now, technically. Just go find that shit, download it. But I mean, I got it on Steam. Love how DRM purely exists for anti-piracy and has never succeeded in that aspect in any way whatsoever. I mean, it's succeeded in that it's not, like, brain-dead easy to do it. Which turns off some quantity of people. So to some degree, it was successful. I'm fucking preaching to the choir here, because I feel like my stance on it existing is pretty understood, given the tone of how I'm talking.
Mm-hmm.
But it has in fact worked to some success. You still get around it. People still do get around it. It's like people making fucking ad blockers. They make it harder and harder for them to work, but they still make them work.
They still make them work.
And God fucking bless them for it. I'm tired.
Yeah. It's midnight o'clock, my darling.
It's midnight. This was a very meandering stream, but I had fun with it.
Yeah.
I think
It'll be fun to do this once in a while.
Yeah, I think the next time we do, like, just like a hangout and talk stream, it might be fun to, like, have specific topics of conversation, which, I mean, I kind of loosely had, but...
Mm-hmm.
That might be fun to like have things to talk about in particular if we are just gonna be talking in general.
Yeah. Even if it's just like journaling down through the week, like,
yeah.
what did we do? What were we thinking about?
That might just be fun as like a writing exercise.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or
personally-
not I talk about it on a stream or whatever.
I've personally been wanting to get back into journaling. I did that for a while and it was good for me, and I just kind of fell off on account of I tired and I do too much.
How'd you feel about the length of the stream and like when we started it and stuff? How you feeling about that?
All good by my end, boss.
Nice. My ass is tired, but also like starting when we did was fine until like just about now when I hit the brick wall.
Yeah. I think doing like a 2-3 max hour stream in the evenings is plenty, especially when we're doing something more casual and not trying to like, okay, let's progress through a video game.
I mean, if we're just doing like a pick up and play whatever video game, I think that'd also be fine.
Yeah.
It's a thing we could do if we ever want to. That's what this stream was. It was a big old test, and we tested it.
We tested it, and we tested you all.
We did? We did?
We did.
Did they pass? Did they fail?
We'll be in touch about this.
Well, that's concerning. But I have to... Hang on. Mars still streaming? Mar is not still streaming.
No more Mar.
I was gonna raid him, but he's not streaming no more.
Alas.
That's my stream, I guess. Did you like it?
I enjoyed stream. I liked it.
Yay!
Yippee! Yahoo! Yippee!
Scorpy's still streaming, but you already know that. You know damn well he's streaming.
Sunk hog.
You can go watch some damn Sonic. I'm gonna go to bed.
Is that true?
No. I'm gonna get hit by an apple and pass away.